All right, we're here with former Marlin Jesus Luzardo, not the Phillies. Jesus, welcome back to Miami. I want to ask you about just your reaction to finding out you were getting traded to Philly. When did you find out? I knew you were doing some community work here with the Marlins during that week. So how'd you find out?
Yeah, I mean, I got a call. I was actually going to fish with Jake Eater. I think it was a Sunday morning, and right when I was pulling up to his house, they called me that I got traded, and kind of shocked when they said it was Philly, but mix of emotions, and then obviously super excited to be able to join a team, with high hopes and obviously playoff chances.
You're taking the mound tomorrow at Lone Depot Park as a visitor. Just how do you think your emotions are going to be taking that mound from this dugout?
I think after facing them in Philadelphia, they'll be pretty under control. I really like pitching in this ballpark, and pitching in front of family and friends is always nice. But I feel like I've matured to the point where I can keep my emotions in check. And but yeah, it's going to be fun. Obviously, a lot of familiar faces over there, a lot of guys that I made great relationships with. So it's always fun competing against people you know.
Anyone in specific you still talk to on that side?
I talked to a lot of guys. I would say most of the guys that were over there last year I still talk to, but this morning I had breakfast with 40, Brax and Weathers, and Bender and Meyer couldn't make it, but they were coming too. And I keep in touch with a lot of those guys, and I saw Yuri start the other day, so I'm still keeping tabs, and we made a lot of relationships that can't be broken.
Curious, you spent a whole spring training with Philly and now 3 months already in the regular season. What would you say are the biggest differences in terms of the organizations that you spent time with?
Obviously, there's a lot of differences, but I would say the biggest one is just the expectation over here. You come in, and it doesn't even need to be said. It's just more of the expectation to perform and to win, and they hold themselves to a certain standard. And nothing against that clubhouse at all, because like I said, a lot of good friends and a lot of good relationships. But like I said, the standard held over here is extremely high.
Talk about your sweeper, the new pitch you incorporated into your arsenal. When did the Phillies tell you this is a pitch that you should start using, and how do you feel like it's gone for you so far?
Yeah, I think it was kind of they didn't necessarily push it on me. They asked if right when I got traded, they asked if I had ever thrown it. I said no. I started working on it on my own, and then I brought it to them. They loved it, and then we kind of polished it together. But it's been working for me, thankfully. I got a good feel for it as of now, and it was a work in progress throughout spring training. But thankfully, as the spring progressed, we found the right times and the right places to use it.
And then last one, just how much family do you have here today watching your start tomorrow?
I'll have a good amount. Yeah, a lot of friends, a good amount of family. So it's always nice having support and being back home, being able to sleep in my own bed and see my dogs, and just be surrounded by family. It's always a nice reset in the middle of the year.
Last one. World Baseball Classic plans for 2026?
You wear the Venezuelan flag on my chest.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no worries.